The diplomatic chamber aboard the Terran vessel Horizon fell silent, as Ambassador Krell of the Vixari Collective tilted his scaled head in confusion. His secondary eyelids blinked rapidly, a sign of profound puzzlement among his species. "You mean to tell me," Krell said, mandibles clicking softly, "that in your species' vast pantheon of deities across countless civilizations you have no unified god of war? Every spacefaring race maintains their patron of battle. It is unheard of to reach the stars without one." Captain Marcus Reed exchanged glances with Dr. Elena Ortiz, the ship's cultural anthropologist. The meeting with the Vixari had been proceeding smoothly until this unexpected theological detour. "It's not that we never had war gods," Elena explained, leaning forward. "Mars, Ares, Tyr, Hachiman, Montu, nearly every human culture created them, but they weren't sufficient." Krell's translator struggled with the last word, producing a series of confused clicks. "Not sufficient? I do not understand. A war god guides military doctrine, blesses weapons, sanctifies bloodshed. What more is required?" Marcus cleared his throat. "Perhaps we should explain humanity's relationship with our gods." The chamber's holographic display activated, showing ancient Terran artwork, Greek urns depicting Ares, Norse carvings of Tyr, Egyptian hieroglyphs of Montu. "Our gods of war were too gentle," Marcus said. "Too gentle?" Krell's voice modulator couldn't quite capture his incredulity. "Yes," Elena continued. "They embodied conflict, yet were bound by codes, rules, honor. They sanctified war but also constrained it, restricted it, and humanity found that insufficient." The holographic display shifted to images of Earth's history. Trenches filled with mud and bodies, cities reduced to ash, mushroom clouds rising into the stratosphere. "We outgrew our gods of war," Marcus said quietly. "We became more efficient at killing than they could ever sanction. While they demanded honor, we created poison gas. While they called for fair combat, we bombarded cities from the sky. While they asked for warriors' deaths, we split the atom." Krell's posture stiffened, the Vexari equivalent of a shudder. "You exceeded your divine mandate?" "We didn't just exceed it," Elena clarified. "We rendered it obsolete. Our gods of war became quaint historical footnotes while humanity perfected industrialized slaughter. Mars never imagined napalm. Ares couldn't conceive of nuclear weapons. Tyr had no concept of biological warfare." The images continued to play, cold, clinical depictions of humanity's martial evolution, tanks rolling across continents, missiles arcing between superpowers, drone strikes with surgical precision. "But surely," Krell insisted, "your war god evolved with you. Ours guides our strategies, blesses our new technologies." Marcus laughed, but there was no humor in it. "Our gods didn't evolve, they couldn't keep pace. By our 20th century, we had created methods of warfare so horrific that no deity would claim responsibility for them. No divine being would attach their name to what we had become capable of. Then who blessed your conflicts? Who sanctified your victories?" Krell seemed genuinely distressed. "We did," Elena said simply. "Humans. We took that power for ourselves." The holographic display showed the progression, generals becoming politicians, military contractors becoming corporations, war becoming an industry. "We defeated our gods of war," Marcus explained, "by becoming what they could never be: efficient, dispassionate, willing to annihilate completely. They remained trapped in antiquated notions of glory, honor, worthy opponents. We moved beyond such limitations." Krell's translator struggled again. "You killed your gods?" "Not killed," Elena corrected. "Outgrew, surpassed, made irrelevant." The eye display shifted again, showing the great unification after the resource wars, Earth's united government rising from devastation. "And then," Marcus continued, "having pushed warfare to its absolute limit, having stared into the abyss of our own extinction, we did something our war gods never anticipated. We stopped Elena finished. We recognized that continuing down, that path meant oblivion. We unified. We turned our weapons outward toward exploration, toward defense, not conquest. Krell seemed to be processing this. His species revered their war god, Zarthal the Unyielding. The concept of outgrowing divine guidance was clearly disturbing. Is this why your ships bear no divine insignia? Why your weapons carry no blessings? He finally asked. Exactly. Marcus nodded. Our weapons are tools, not sacred objects. Our military is a necessity, not a calling. We respect its power, but never worship it. Krell's posture shifted to formal rigidity, the Vexari equivalent of deep thought. My superiors believed humans were dangerous because you lacked divine guidance in warfare. I now see you are dangerous because you have freed yourselves from it. The holographic display showed Earth's defense fleet sleek and functional. No religious symbols, no ceremonial adornments, just purpose-built machines. Our greatest achievement wasn't defeating our war gods, Elena said gently. It was recognizing that we had created them in the first place. They were reflections of our own capacity for violence, given divine form to absolve us of responsibility. Marcus nodded. We took that responsibility back. For our violence, our restraint, our choices. That's what makes humanity different. Krell stood, his full height impressive in the chamber. I must report this to the collective. Your species is unsettling. You have slain your gods through obsolescence and taken their power as your own. As the Vexari diplomat left the chamber, Marcus turned to Elena. Think we scared him? Elena watched the alien's departure. Terrified him, more likely. To them, gods are external forces to be appeased. They've never considered that gods might be reflections of ourselves, outgrown when we evolve. Let's hope they understand the most important part, Marcus said, shutting down the holographic display, which is that having defeated our gods of war for being too gentle, we then defeated our own worst instincts for being too destructive. That's the real story of humanity. Elena nodded. The real question isn't why we lack a god of war. It's whether other species will ever understand what it means to outgrow their own.